Locating the woman that you see there on your screen. Her name is Leona Johnson. She is 64 years old. She went missing around 8 yesterday morning. Police believe she walked away from her house on South 6th Street near Central Park in Old Louisville. The LMPD says Johnson has dementia and may be confused. She uses a blue walker with stickers. If you have any information on where she might be or if you see her, 574 LMPD is the number to call, or call 911.
Right now, Metro Police are trying to find the person that caused this. Around 2:30 yesterday, a man in his 20s was shot while driving on Cooper Chapel Road. He then veered off the road and crashed into an apartment complex pool off of Brookbend Way. He died at the hospital.
So this is the pool, as you can see, where the car ended up. As you can see, that gate is completely mangled. The pool house is right off of that. And it was just all completely ripped apart.
Yeah, this shooting is just the latest in a string of homicide investigations for LMPD. And at first, police thought they were responding to a car crash.
Once they arrived on scene, witnesses had located an adult male subject inside the vehicle and had retrieved him from the vehicle and were rendering aid to them. And it was updated as a shooting.
That man, or the man who was shot at least once, died at the hospital a couple of hours later. People on the scene watched as the LMPD dive team helped hook that car up to its equipment there. It was then lifted out of the pool and taken away for evidence.
This is the first time I've seen a vehicle in a pool and something happening like this. So I'm sure everyone's alarmed in the neighborhood about this, and not something that you see very often. This is definitely a first one for me.
According to police, no one else was hurt in the incident.
Detectives are also looking for a suspect in an overnight shooting that left one man critically hurt. This happened around 10 last night in the Jacobs neighborhood. Police got called to a shooting at Wheatmore Drive at Watterson Lake Park. They found a man there with several gunshot wounds. He was taken to University Hospital.
Right now, there are no suspects in either of these shootings. If you have any information that might help, you're urged to call the anonymous tip line, 574-LMPD, or you can use the online portal.
And we have an update now on the water leak in Brandenburg that's leaving thousands of residents without water. City leaders say they've fixed the leak, but people can't drink out of the tap. Emergency management officials tell us crews repaired the leak around 2 yesterday morning, but right now, all city water customers are under a boil water advisory. They warn that the water may also be discolored. They're also asking residents to conserve water, using it only for essential needs. The mayor declared a local emergency Monday after a water main break caused a pump failure at the water plant. There's no word yet on the boil water advisory and when it will be lifted.
For nearly a year, scaffolding has covered the historic Louisville Water Tower on River Road, and this morning we've got an update on the restoration progress. It's the nation's oldest standing ornamental water tower. It was built in 1860. You might remember last July, the Louisville Water Company started a project to preserve it and to repair the company's original #1 pumping station. So you're looking at drone video now from Louisville Water. It's giving us a better look at the new walls, the paint, and some of the new fixtures that are going to be inside the new station.
What people might see over the next few months is the painting that's actually going to start happening. They'll be removing the scaffolding layer by layer from the top to the bottom. And as that happens, they'll remove a layer, paint, remove a layer, paint. So it'll be a really interesting visual.
When the water tower was built, it pumped river water to the new Crescent Hill Reservoir before a more modern system took over. The water company says it's completed about 75% of the work and hopes to have it all wrapped up by late fall. Thousands of JCPS teachers are spending the week learning a new way to teach teachers or to teach students to read.
The new reading curriculum will be implemented by the school district this fall when the new school year starts. So Jim is with us now in the studio with some details here, Jim. Why is the district making these changes?
Well, really, Haley and Eric, it's all about what's best for the students. They want to implement the EL curriculum, and they say that doing that is going to help create a strong foundation for the JCPS students that are in elementary and middle schools. And right now, that's very important for JCPS because last year, test scores showed that only 38% of third graders scored at or above the proficient level on their reading assessments. Now, even more concerning, 35% scored in the novice category, which is the lowest ranking in that system. Now, JCPS officials hope that this new way of teaching reading skills will change that. The EL system focuses on phonics, phonetic awareness, and comprehension. Leaders say that those skills can be the backbone for students to improve their reading skills and really give them a platform that they need to move on through their schooling careers.
When we build that background knowledge, it's easier for our students to tackle grade level text, and it also gives our schools that support in foundational skill.
JCPS will roll out the EL curriculum during the next school year district-wide, which will actually be a change as well, because up until now the district has not had a comprehensive reading plan for all of its schools. Now, about 3,000 teachers are taking part in this first round of professional development sessions. Another 1,000 will go through this training coming up in July. Eric, Haley?
Alrighty, Jim, thank you so much. Let's get a closer look at some of the other changes that JCPS is going to undergo before the next school year. So one of the biggest overhauls, of course, is the student assignment plan. The dual resigns plan changes how students' school assignment works and gives families a choice of attending a middle and high school closer to home or attending a designated school in another part of the county. Come fall, JCPS will also enter the first part of a plan to install weapon detectors in high schools. Right now, the district is shopping for a vendor for the AI-based detectors.